Joining me in studio for this particular event, I'm joined by Principal Judge Bertha Amakali. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Selma and NBC viewers, and thank you for having me on Namibia Connect.
Just before we dive deeper into this conversation, just briefly talk to us about, yourself and share your professional background in regards, of course, to this as well.
Certainly. As you said, I'm Bertha Amakali, and I'm the Director of Information and Public Diplomacy at the Ministry of International Relations and Trade. And the mandate of the ministry, just shortly, is to promote Namibia's interest globally. So my role as the Director of Information and Public Diplomacy is actually to maintain a positive image of the government of the Republic of Namibia, actually to the nation, inside and outside. That is my role. So in addition to my work in public service, I am also a part-time lecturer at the University of Namibia, in the Namibia School of Diplomatic Study, where I lecture public diplomacy. And I am actually a media and communication profession. I have over 20 years of experience in print, broadcast, and actually new media. I've been a former lecturer at the Department of Media Studies at the University of Science and Technology, NAST. That's basically who I am.
Quite extensive, and with your wide length of roles and various roles, Ms. Amakali, just talk to us about what inspired you to take up this role as principal judge.
Yes, it's a huge role to take up as a principal judge. In fact, when I was asked to take the role of principal judge, I actually, first of all, saw it as a national duty of importance, and I accept the role. And because Miss Teen Namibia is a national event, and the girl who's going to win, the teen, is going to represent Namibia at the international pageant, Miss Teen International Pageant. So I look at this person as an ambassador. He's going to represent the country and promote Namibia. So we need to get somebody who can actually represent the country. I mean, it's not only about beauty, it's about intellect. So you need to understand also the country, you need to understand politically, economically, socially, and also the tourism aspect of the country. So this person is going to carry that flag on that stage about Namibia. And when they look at him, they look at Namibia.
And
so
that's qualities.
That's the quality.
Yeah.
So as a Director of Information, it is my role as a principal judge that we choose a person who will represent our country well, showcase her beauty, her intellectual, her leadership, her talent, and all that on the global stage. Hence, I took up the role.
Interesting. And of course, for us viewers who are watching at home or who often watch these events from home, we can come up with our own judgments and observations. But how do you ensure fairness and objectivity during this, the judging process?
So fairness and objectivity is that, to maintain fairness, we are using sort of a score sheet where we are actually looking at there are different criteria. We look at intelligence, the presence, and eloquent, oral, and posture, presence. That's very important. And authenticity, you must be authentic. And very important when you talk about objectivity. Objectivity means that what you know must not influence your judging. So the judges must not, any way, have personal relations or contact with the girls before they come on stage, not even speaking to the girls. So that's very important. So we judge them based on the first impression we see, which is actually interview them in the room. So that is being to be fair and objective.
And just given that this teen girl will be representing Namibia and also just seen as an ambassador, how important is it for Miss Teen Namibia, to represent purpose and intelligence on global platforms like Miss Teen International?
It's very important because you see that, we did the first round of judgment. We did the pre-interview judgment. For example, the judges are coming in first time and introduce ourselves because we don't know each other. And the judges are made up of different expertise. So I'm in media and public diplomacy. We've got, public relations of NBC, the manager. We've got former first runner-up of Miss Namibia. They come up with different expertise. So it's very important that we look for someone who's round-up, who understands issues. It's an international platform. So it's crucial that Namibia presence at international, at that arena must actually come out. The presence is very crucial. The culture, for example, when you're going to meet other teen and other people, they'll ask you about Namibia. Tell us more about Namibia. What kind of country is that? I mean, you can say that, for example, we've got our first president, a woman president, female. I mean, he can style that. I mean, His Excellency Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. He can speak about the importance of women empowerment. He must understand issues at the international arena. For example, sell the country to say that we've got on our 3 government positions, they are all women. So those are some of the things you can advocate. Very important. We have got 9 or 10 women ministers in key positions. So Namibia can be a case study on the global level. So these are some of the things he can promote. It's very big that he understands what is really happening in the current affairs and be able to say it's not about beauty, it's about
intellect as well. Yeah, but just given what is expected from this Miss Teen, and also just given that the judges serve in different portfolios and different fields, do you in any way instill some sort of confidence in these girls, or how do you do that?
I mean, the girls normally, when they apply, they of course have their profiles.
Okay.
And this is the first round. In the first round, you already can see that this girl, by asking questions, so they will build up a case.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's building up. It's going to be a second round where they say that, oh, maybe I didn't answer questions very well here, so I'm going to improve. But it's about intellectual. It's about understanding issues. It's about not about beauty. It's not about glamour, glitz, glamour, and fun. You have to know why you apply. I mean, why you are in this competition. You need to be a representative of all the teenage youth. You need to be the youth. The teen must relate to you. So you must be a role model. So you not have to have all the quality. Imagine you're going to have also an advocacy, because at the end of the day, beyond Miss Teen, you're going to advocate for a lot of things. For example, you might be having something like teenage pregnancy that you're going to advocate for. You're going to advocate for bullying at school, or things that can make change in the life of the youth. So passion is very, very important. Beauty and the brain, very important. You need to prepare very, very well to be part of this whole thing.
Quite a lot of emphasis on intellect there, Ms. Amakali. But just what type of advice would you give young teens in Namibia who dream to be part of this platform?
The advice is that, you see, as I said, that they've got to, it's not about beauty. You've got to really work hard. You've got to understand what the teens' problems that you can solve. You must make a change in society. And the advice I could also give is that at this platform, besides also being beauty and intellect, you've got to have also the length, the structure of the body. But importantly, you must represent the youth at all levels, whether it's white, black, or any other one. They must relate to you. You've got to be a role model. You've got to be positive in actually advocating for the teens' problem. So it's not just about you being there. So I'm advising that you've got to read widely. Very important, current affairs. Read widely. Follow what is happening around, what are the current issues, so that at least when you're on that stage, because you can only win with a question that will be asked. It's not about your beauty, but that is also a compliment, but at least you know what you're going to say.
All right, Ms. Bertha Amakali. And finally, maybe, when exactly is this event taking place?
The event is going to take place on the 18th of July in Oshana, in the region. And very importantly, also what I wanted to say is I wanted to thank Ms. Umbi Karweye. She's now this is the CEO of Miss Namibia, of which Miss Teen is actually following up. She is the brain behind the success of this Miss Teen Namibia. You remember in 2023, she accompanied Miss Teen. Is it the lady? What is the name again? Oriana. She actually accompanied her to Miss Teen in India. And I tell you, for the first time, she was among the top 10. And then she also became among the top 3. And then I think she was the second runner-up. So I want to really thank her that she really grooming this girl. And Umbi have always been like that since I remember I started years at NBC, and she was my mentor. And then she can spot potential in this teen. She work with them, she prepare them. That's why I think that she needs to be thankful for that role. And people like us, it's just to come and compliment what she's doing. It's very, very important. And also, one last thing is that
absolutely.
For example, they must take this Miss Teen very serious. You know why? I mean, when you talk about Miss Teen is like, it's a beauty industry, it's creative industry. And if you look at 7 priority of our current president, she actually talked about those creative industry. So they need to understand that creative industry, study it. They can also do a research so that they can benefit from that creative industry also of beauty. It's not only about, as I said, looking nice, but you can also benefit to have your own salon, to have your own beautician, you can fashion, all that. So it's creative industry. Exactly.
Yes. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Miss Amakali, thank you so much for your time and information this morning, and all the best.
Thank you for having me.
All right.